In the vibrant atmosphere of Guadalajara Stadium, under the bright lights of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, South Korea and Czechia stepped onto the pitch for a crucial Group A opener. Both teams were eager to kick off their campaigns with a victory, knowing that 3 points here could set the tone for the group stage battles ahead. South Korea, led by their talismanic captain Son Heung-min in his 4th World Cup appearance, brought a blend of experience and attacking flair, while Czechia, making their return to the tournament after 2 decades, relied on a disciplined setup and set-piece threats. FCF0FB. From the opening whistle, South Korea asserted control, dictating the tempo with quick, one-touch passes and intelligent movement. Lee Kang-in and Lee Jae-sung orchestrated play from midfield, creating early opportunities. Just minutes in, a long diagonal ball found its way to the flanks, and Son made a darting run, though he was caught offside on that occasion. The Koreans continued to probe, with Son linking up smoothly with his teammates, showcasing the chemistry that has defined their recent campaigns. 3D138A. Around the 8th minute, South Korea earned a corner after Seol Young-woo's effort was deflected. The delivery didn't beat the first defender, but it signaled their intent. Czechia looked to counter with long balls and high pressing from players like Provad and Sulk, but the Korean defense, marshaled by Kim Min-jae, stood firm, cutting out threats with ease. C11C95. A pivotal moment came around the 12th minute when Lee Jae-sung delivered a perfectly weighted pass behind the Czech defense. Son Heung-min found himself in a promising position but couldn't quite bring the ball under control, leading to a corner. South Korea's pressure was mounting, and soon after, Lee Jae-sung unleashed a shot from outside the box that forced Czech goalkeeper Kovar into his first meaningful save of the match, parrying it away. A804A3. The Taeguk Warriors kept pushing. Son Heung-min was a constant menace, cutting inside from the left and firing a left-footed effort that sailed just wide. Czechia tried to respond with set pieces, Kufel swinging in crosses from the right, but Korean heads were first to the ball time and again. A hydration break around the 23rd minute gave both sides a moment to regroup in the warm conditions. 601-764. As the half wore on, South Korea's superiority was evident. Another chance for Son, a surging run leading to a shot. But again, it was kept out. Czechia's Pavel Sulk had an unfortunate moment when his shirt was torn during a challenge, forcing a quick change. But the game remained goalless. Late in the first half, Son had a glorious opportunity after a clever layoff, but he lost his footing at the crucial moment. Despite dominating possession and creating the clearer chances, the score remained 0-0 at halftime. South Korea had the momentum, but Czechia had held firm defensively. BE06D6. This sets the stage for an explosive second half. The Koreans were knocking on the door, and it felt like only a matter of time before it opened. Czechia, meanwhile, lurked dangerously on the counter and from dead ball situations. As the teams returned for the second half at Estadio Akron in Guadalajara, the intensity ramped up. South Korea continued their patient build-up play, looking to break down the Czech defensive block. The Taeguk Warriors maintained their control in possession, with Son Heung-min and the attacking midfielders probing for openings. 0F5DAA. However, against the run of play, Czechia found the breakthrough in the 59th minute. A long throw-in by Vladimir Kufel into the penalty area caused chaos in the Korean box. Captain Ladislav Krejci rose highest among a sea of players and powered a thunderous header into the net, giving Czechia a shock 1-0 lead. It was a classic set-piece goal that rewarded their direct, physical approach and aerial strength. F867D9. The goal stunned the crowd momentarily, but South Korea refused to panic. They immediately pushed forward in search of an equalizer. The Koreans increased the tempo, with quick combinations in the midfield and more direct runs from the wings. Their pressure began to tell as Czechia sat deeper, defending their slender advantage. D6ED59. Then, in the 67th minute, the moment of magic arrived. Hwang In Biom, who had been influential throughout, produced a stunning strike. Collecting the ball in a central position, he drove forward and unleashed a powerful shot that found the back of the net, leveling the scores at 1-1. The equalizer ignited the South Korean players and their passionate supporters in the stands. Hwang's goal was not just about the finish. It showcased his vision and ability to step up in big moments. BBC 903. With the momentum now firmly in their favor, South Korea poured forward. Substitutions began to freshen up the attack, and the team created several half chances. Son Heung-min remained a constant threat, though he was closely marked by the Czech defense. The Koreans' superior technical quality and passing range started to overwhelm the tiring Czech side. 7289D0. The game was now wide open, with end-to-end action. Czechia tried to threaten on the counter, using their height advantage again on set pieces. But the Korean defense, led by the experienced backline, held firm. As the clock ticked past the 75-minute mark, South Korea sensed that the winning goal was there for the taking if they could maintain their composure and clinical edge. 23349C. This comeback spirit defined the second half so far. The Taeguk Warriors had turned the match on its head through determination and quality. With the score tied at 1-1 and the clock entering the final third of the match, South Korea's momentum was undeniable. The Taeguk Warriors continued to press high, forcing Czechia into a deeper defensive posture. Substitutions were made to inject fresh legs into the attack, and the Korean midfield, anchored by the influential Hwang In-beom, dictated the flow of play. 3C1316. The decisive moment arrived in the 80th minute. Hwang In-beom, who had already leveled the scores earlier, received the ball on the right flank. With superb vision, he delivered a pinpoint cross into the penalty area. Substitute! Oh Hwang timed his run perfectly, rising above the Czech defenders to power a clinical header into the net. The stadium erupted as South Korea took a 2-1 lead. It was a goal that showcased the depth of the Korean squad and their ability to turn pressure into results. F34674. Oh Hwang's strike injected even more energy into the South Korean side. They pushed for a third goal, with Son Heung-min and others creating dangerous situations around the Czech box. The Czech team, visibly fatigued, tried to mount a response, but their attacks lacked the precision needed to breach the solid Korean defense led by Kim Min-jae. 68CD49. As the match entered the closing stages, tensions rose. Czechia threw players forward in search of an equalizer, creating a few nervy moments for the Korean backline. However, South Korea remained organized and dangerous on the break. The Taeguk Warriors managed the game intelligently, keeping possession and forcing Czechia to chase the ball. F9023E. In stoppage time, Czechia had one final opportunity from a set piece, but South Korean goalkeeper Kim Sung-ju produced a crucial save to preserve the lead. The referee's whistle soon blew, confirming a hard-fought 2-1 victory for South Korea in their opening Group A match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. 006469. This comeback win highlighted South Korea's resilience, tactical discipline, and clinical finishing when it mattered most. The 3 points were vital in the group standings. The final whistle at Estadio Akron in Guadalajara brought immense joy to the South Korean players and their passionate fans as they secured a vital 2-1 victory over Czechia in their 2026 FIFA World Cup Group A opener. This comeback win demonstrated the Taeguk Warriors' character, bouncing back from a set-piece deficit to claim all 3 points through determination and quality in the second half. Hwang In-beom was undoubtedly the standout performer for South Korea. His stunning equalizer in the 67th minute, described as an ankle-breaking strike from a central position, not only restored parity but also shifted the momentum completely. Later, his pinpoint cross setup, Oh Hwang for the winning header, showcasing his all-round influence in midfield and attack. Hwang's vision and composure under pressure were key to the turnaround. Oh Hwang, introduced as a substitute, made an immediate impact with his clinical finish in the 80th minute. Timing his run perfectly to meet Hwang's delivery, the forward powered home, the header that proved to be the winner. His contribution highlighted the depth in the Korean squad and their ability to make effective changes during the match. Son Heung-min, despite not finding the net, was a constant threat throughout the game. He created numerous opportunities and was involved in several promising attacks, particularly in the first half where he tested the Czech defense repeatedly. His leadership and experience were vital in maintaining the team's belief during the comeback. For Czechia, Ladislav Krejci's header from a long throw-in the 59th minute gave them a deserved lead at that stage, capitalizing on their aerial strength and direct play. The Czech defense, including goalkeeper contributions, held firm for long periods, but they ultimately couldn't withstand the sustained Korean pressure in the latter stages. Players like Vladimir Kufel and others showed fight, but fatigue set in as the match opened up. Statistically, South Korea dominated possession and created more clear-cut chances, aligning with their superior technical quality and passing game. The victory puts them level on points with other Group A contenders, setting up exciting clashes ahead, including a key matchup against Mexico. Czechia's debut after 2 decades ended in defeat, but they showed they can compete at this level, particularly from set pieces. This result not only boosts South Korea's confidence, but also sends a strong message in the group. The Taeguk Warriors' resilience will be crucial as they aim to progress further in the tournament. What a thrilling opening night for South Korea in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Taeguk Warriors displayed remarkable resilience, coming from behind to secure a 2-1 victory over Czechia at Estadio Akron in Guadalajara. This win not only earned them 3 crucial points, but also showcased their tactical adaptability, fighting spirit, and depth. Qualities that will serve them well as they navigate a competitive Group A. Tactically, South Korea's patient possession-based approach in the first half laid the foundation, even if they couldn't convert their dominance into goals before the break. Their high pressing and quick transitions after conceding allowed them to regain control. The introduction of substitutes like Oh Hwang proved decisive, adding fresh energy and aerial presence that Czechia struggled to contain in the later stages. Beyond the scorers, goalkeeper Kim Sung-ju was heroic in the dying moments, pulling off a vital save in stoppage time to deny Czechia a late equalizer and secure the victory. The entire defensive unit, including the experienced Kim Min-jae, stood tall against Czechia's physical threats and set-piece deliveries. This result places South Korea at the top of Group A alongside Mexico, setting up a mouth-watering clash on June 18th. For Czechia, despite a valiant effort in their first World Cup appearance in 2 decades, the defeat highlights areas for improvement, particularly in sustaining pressure against technically superior sides. Their set-piece prowess, however, remains a dangerous weapon. Fans and neutrals alike witnessed a classic World Cup story. Underdogs taking the lead, only for favorites to roar back with quality and belief. Son Heung-min's leadership, Hwang In-beom's midfield mastery, and the clinical finishing from Oh Hwang will be talked about for days. This victory sends a strong signal, not just to their group rivals, but to the entire tournament, that South Korea are serious contenders. As the Taeguk Warriors celebrate this hard-earned win, the focus now shifts to recovery and preparation for the challenges ahead. In the beautiful game, moments like these define legacies, and South Korea has taken a significant step forward in riding theirs at the 2026 FIFA World Cup.